Well, the first thing that I want to let everybody know on, and if you're watching this on YouTube, I guess it'll be the title, but for those who are on Twitch, I want to talk to you about a battle I just went through with YouTube. So if you don't know, on my Twitter, I had told everybody that I had received 2 community guideline strikes. If you don't know, community guidelines are not copyright strikes. A lot of people who make videos about this will also say copyright strikes because they're effectively the same thing. For copyright strikes, it's for when you rip off somebody's or you you know what copyright. And the whole idea behind YouTube allowing people to manually claim things means that people can abuse that. And they don't sort it out, and I'm getting ahead of the topic. Because I'm mad about it, because I'm just mad about it. But basically, that's copyright strikes. Community guidelines are things that might at large affect the base of people who watch it negatively. That's the easiest way to surmise that. Obviously things like hate speech, fascism, misinformation, gore, etc. Things like that. If you weren't here the last time I streamed, I covered 2 things. I covered that viral TikTok that everybody was talking about the woman who was making fake vaccine cards that, yes, made it into the news. And I talked about the anti-mask, anti-vaccine mandate rally that happened in New York City with like 40 people. Normal, everyday shit. I covered the insurrection. Nothing. I cover a crappy 40-person gather up to bitch about nothing. And a viral TikTok that literally everyone's talking about because it's viral. And when I uploaded the first one, I got a community guidelines warning, and I immediately appealed it. I'm like, yo, I am debunking everything that these anti-vaccine mandate, like, I have the vaccine. Like, on what world am I promoting medical misinformation? Like, I'm doing the due diligence of showing the charts, data, graphs about why they're wrong. I'm confused here. And they just rejected my appeal. So I was like, you know what? Okay. It's a warning. Okay. I don't know about YouTube's metric system though, so I can't tell you if I was more scared about getting the strike or having like my channel traffic affected. So that was interesting to me. That was cool. So then the viral TikTok video covered it just like Philly D did, just like Asana, just like Vosh has, Surf, Stiz, blah, blah, blah. Everybody, 4 creators with the same thing. I wake up the next morning because I went to sleep really late. And I wake up and I see a YouTube Studio thing. Now, when YouTube Studio gives you an alert on your phone, for a smaller creator, that's super rare. So it becomes almost like a necessary thing to check. It's like if you get a text message from like your grandmother and it's like, whoa, because I know I went to the thing, I need to go take that. Like, it's one of those. And I got another, this time my first strike. Immediately ran to appeal that. Immediately ran to appeal that. And I was like, this time, bro, the video is about somebody who's busting down the doors on medical misinformation. literally like gathering evidence against somebody who's printing fake vaccine cards, and I am agreeing with why that is a problem, and even furthering thought with critical analysis. Rejected appeal. Now, you might say, well, the community guideline strikes do disappear. I don't know what that does to traffic on the channel. I don't know how they rank. I don't know how the SEO, I don't know how the algorithm behind all of this works. My account needs to be in good standing, because God forbid something else happens somewhere down the road that I'm not aware of. Boom, another one. Now that's two. Oh, you told me not to worry about it, but they're doing it regardless. So now I need a human to answer my questions. What was crazy about that time, right before like it happened, I was watching Corey Kenshin. He just made his return back to YouTube. And his very first video after coming back, sorry, his second video. No. Regarding my retirement, I feel like it would have been his comeback to YouTube, but like I figured he was just doing that for the sake of like, you know, setting up, okay, I'm coming back, so I'm not counting that. His very first video, in my terms then, or his second video, was about a copyright strike. And he said the same thing, a community guideline strike. That's why I know I have that's an issue. And I was like, damn, that sucks for you. And I hear you talking about it, and I hear like everything he said, and I'm like, listen to, and now it's me. Now I'm the little guy who just had that same thing he was saying. What if that happened to somebody with 5 subscribers? I have to itch my goddamn shoulder. Hate this shirt. I should just take it off, but I like how it looks on me. I just can't, you know, shrimp. You know the thing. So it was like, yo, like, what are we doing? What do I do here? So at 12 a.m., I'm gonna post it on Twitter. Nobody's really gonna see it. The first 12 hours, nothing. So I retweeted, yo, update. Now I'm nervous because it's like, yo, I have made videos about like YouTube services and like how they have both hindered and helped me in my success so far. And then it's like, I also remember that regardless of, you know, which time it was, how many subs I had then or whatever, I was one of Twitch's first partners. Like, I've been on this platform creating since 2000 and I think 8, if not 2007. I could go look back at my very first video. I feel like it was 2007. Like, don't do that. Like, I know that YouTube was like a cool, like, kind of just, oh, just put it up there, see what happens. And then some people started putting up like consistently, like a little TV show, like type thing. I know that web shows and shit have existed forever, but like, don't do that. Don't just start community guideline striking like things and then like not having the right reasoning behind it. The only reason why Team YouTube responded to me is because I just happen to know somebody who grew from 0 to almost 1 mil. He had to retweet that. He had to retweet that. Luckily, we like each other enough that like I don't think about him as like a, oh, you're a big time YouTuber, you're big, like that's just my boy. Like that's, if he asked for something or like the first webcam I used when I was streaming, he gave it to me. Like, and I always did, like that's a regular friendship. None of the internet ever exists between us. So thankfully that relationship is like that, and he said, yeah, I can help you out for a little bit. What if he didn't feel like it? He doesn't owe me that. Nobody owes anybody anything. He had to do that out of the kindness of his heart. But what if it happened to somebody who wasn't his friend? What if he doesn't have him on the timeline? They've got to seek out another person. Effectively, we all become Twitter, like big YouTubers, big social people, all become like GoFundMe-esque era type people. Like, it's a celebrity GoFundMe, you know? Give me likes and retweets so this person will notice. And if we reach our goal and this person notices, yay. God forbid my channel gets terminated and I have to restart. Explain to me how there's a system safety net for creators to even feel like it's worth it to be on that platform. Dr. Disrespect got banned off Twitch. Finally started opening up about it. But it was such a silent ban. If he wasn't Dr. Disrespect, his career would be over. If people want to give creators a chance, we need to remember that creators are not content creators. We are artists. Some people's art is the camera and editing and putting together cool action shots, or maybe it's just somebody sitting there talking who's entertaining. But what you can't do is only care when somebody who makes you money says, maybe you should pay attention to this. Because then the only people who will even have a say are those people up there. If all the little creators all came together and created a union for YouTube, they could just clip every single one of our channels. Clip everything. So for somebody like me, because I have to obviously relate this because this is my story, the void of not having anyone to actually answer my questions only created more fear inside of my anxiety and my ADHD. Because now I'm concerned that it doesn't matter what I do, I am wasting years of my life content creating, realizing that even if everyone loved it, it's still not enough to avoid some random act of God just clapping it down. I have 207 subscribers. Yo, we passed 200 on YouTube. Appreciate y'all. Y'all thought I wasn't going to mention that. That all could have been gone. So now as an artist, what do I do? How do I make money from that? Do I give it up and just take like some other like, you know, job in the meantime and kind of just do it on the side and be like, yeah, that's, you know, I wanted to do this when I was growing up, but you know, this, you got to make your rent somehow. Like I want to run for office. You got to make your money somehow. I just didn't have the time. I was going to be homeless and I couldn't afford $40,000 for a political race. I couldn't afford to volunteer. I couldn't afford. Great. 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 My life shouldn't be at the whim of an algorithm. Oh, this I'm being facetious with that. I thought that was like I ran for mayor, guys. Come on. Like I was there. I was in the building. I was in the building. They let me in the building. You know, you feel me? I was there. I know that. I got resources for that. If you're trying to run for office, yo, let me know, cause I could hook it up for you. I got some teams, bro. I got some teams, and I'm being serious about that. I'm not to my chat, but like to whoever's watching, but like to my chat too. If you want to run for office, I can hook you up. I'll hook you up. Anyway, those are my thoughts on like how fucked up it is that it don't really matter what you do. You have to get lucky. You can force the luck. You can increase the odds, but you still gotta get lucky. You gotta hope that the right person at the right time see you at the right moment and be like, yeah. Remember when I did? If you guys remember when I did that that late night show. I got onto that late night panel because of a piece that I did that only got 47 views. That panel was more exposure than like my entire channel. People in the chat, because it was on, you could also watch it on the app. People in the chat, yo, y'all gotta get this dude. You gotta get that. They was like, yo, you gotta get that guy in the middle back on, bro. Like he spits. And I was like, listen, I was reading the chat in real time, and it was like, yo, like people, there are people out there who will find me. But now I have to put myself in those spaces. So if YouTube can just smack my channel down, now what? See? This is why artists are suicidal. It literally requires every safety. If you have money, if you were born into money and you got into art, I am so proud of you. Because you really used your safety net to the best of your abilities. And I wish, that's why I'm not shitting on y'all for that. Like, good job. Just good job. That's it, just good job. You win the game. You win the beautiful game. You win the game. And I almost lost it. So YouTube, please be more clear with your creators on what's going on, what's wrong, and what are the issues. Because if you don't, I'm promising you, just like you just snatched up Tim the Tap Man, you're gonna lose somebody. You're gonna lose somebody. You're gonna lose somebody, and when you lose that person, I feel like, yo, if PewDiePie ever went to Twitch, game over. XQC and PewDiePie on the same platform with Tommy in it. Dream, Sykkuno, oh my god. Anyway, that's my fantasy prediction. This is this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please do me a favor. Leave a like, subscribe. I stream on Twitch. I'm on Twitch right now. I mean, by the time you see this, I won't be. It depends. Come check it out.